Is dementia inevitable? Is your body destined to be frail? Are you supposed to be unhappy? What if I told you that believing these things is the real danger? For decades, we've been fed 5 dangerous myths about aging. And today, we're setting the record straight. We live in a culture that, frankly, is obsessed with youth and terrified of aging. And because of that, we're sold a narrative of decline. A narrative that says getting older is just a long, slow process of falling apart. But here's the most important thing I will say today. Believing in those myths is often what makes them come true. If you believe you're supposed to get frail, you'll stop moving. And when you stop moving, you become frail. If you believe you're supposed to be unhappy, you'll stop seeking joy. And when you stop seeking joy, you become unhappy. Today, we're going to break that cycle. We are going to replace 5 of the biggest myths with facts and, more importantly, with action. Let's start with the one that I know is on everyone's mind. This is the big one. The senility myth. The idea that as we get older, our brain just turns to mush. That we're all destined for dementia or Alzheimer's, and there's nothing we can do about it. This myth is not only false, it's incredibly destructive. It causes terror, and it makes people ignore real treatable symptoms because they think it's just old age. Let's be crystal clear. Severe cognitive decline is not a normal part of aging. It is a disease. There's a huge difference between normal, age-related forgetfulness and the signs of a neurocognitive disease. Forgetting where you put your keys? That's normal. That's a retrieval issue. Forgetting what your keys are for? That is a problem. Forgetting the name of an acquaintance? That's normal. Forgetting the name of your spouse or child? That is a problem. Your brain does change as you get older. Your processing speed might slow down a bit. It might take you a beat longer to pull a name from your memory. That's just like your body. You may not be able to sprint a 100-yard dash like you were 20, but you can still walk, run, and be incredibly fit. Your brain is the same. In fact, your brain has a superpower called neuroplasticity. It's the ability to form new connections and pathways at any age. You can and should be building a sharper, more resilient brain in your 60s, 70s, and 80s. So, how do we bust this myth in our own lives? Here's the action plan. 1. Challenge it. Your brain is a use it or lose it muscle. But here's the secret. Doing the same thing over and over, like your favorite crossword puzzle, isn't enough. You have to challenge it. The best way to build new neural pathways is to learn something new and difficult. Learn 3 new words in a foreign language on Duolingo. Pick up that old guitar. Try to learn the rules of a new card game with your friends. This forces your brain out of its comfort zone and builds new cognitive reserves. 2. Feed it. Your brain eats what you eat. There's even something called the mind diet, which is a combination of the Mediterranean and DASH diets. It's simple. More berries, especially blueberries, more leafy greens, more nuts, more fish. These are packed with the antioxidants and omega-3 seconds your brain craves. 3. Move it. This is the big one. What is good for your heart is fantastic for your head. Aerobic exercise, even just a brisk 30-minute walk, pumps oxygen and nutrients to your brain. It promotes the growth of new brain cells. If you want to fight cognitive decline, the best place to start is by putting on your walking shoes. So, this myth is busted. Your brain is not destined to fail. Now for myth number 2. This myth is the one that makes me the angriest. It's the fragility myth. It's the well-meaning but deeply condescending advice to take it easy, to sit down, to not overdo it. It's the idea that after a certain age, your body is like a piece of fine china, ready to shatter at the slightest touch. Let me be clear. This is, without a doubt, the most dangerous myth on this list. The real danger is not movement. The real danger is the chair. It's inactivity. Taking it easy is a one-way ticket to frailness, weakness, and the very falls we're all trying to avoid. What we're really talking about is a condition called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia is the natural loss of muscle mass and strength as we age. It starts in our 30 seconds, but accelerates dramatically in our 60 seconds and 70 seconds. If we are sedentary, it creates a vicious, tragic cycle. You take it easy. Your muscles get weaker. Your balance gets worse. You feel unsteady. You become afraid of falling. So you take it easy and move even less. And repeat. That cycle is what robs people of their independence. The only, and I mean only, way to fight this cycle is to do the opposite. It's not rest and rust. It's move it or lose it. Here's your action plan to bust this myth. 1. Fight for muscle. Walking is great. I love walking. But it is not enough. You must do resistance training. And I'm not saying you need to go to a gym and deadlift 300 pounds. You can use your own body. Do sit-to-stands from a sturdy kitchen chair. Sit down, then stand up without using your hands. Do it 10 times. That's a squat. It's the single most important exercise for maintaining your independence. Get some resistance bands. They are cheap, safe, and you can do dozens of exercises. Do wall push-ups. This builds the leg, hip, and core strength you need to catch yourself from a fall. 2. Master your balance. Falls are the Hasson threat to an independent life, and balance is a skill. If you don't practice it, you lose it. Practice Tai Chi. The data on Tai Chi for fall prevention is incredible. A simpler way? When you're at the kitchen counter, stand on one foot for 30 seconds. Then the other. Use the counter for support. It's that simple. We need to reframe rest. Rest is what you do to recover from your activity, not a replacement for your activity. Okay, so you're on board. You're ready to move more and learn more. But maybe you're thinking, but I've been smoking for 50 years. I've been eating junk food my whole life. The damage is done. What's the point of quitting now? This is the myth of medical fatalism. The "it's too late" myth. And it's a very convenient excuse for not trying. The truth? Your body's ability to heal and repair itself is astonishing at any age. It wants to be healthy. Let's take the gold standard example. Smoking. If you are a long-term smoker and you quit right now, within 20 minutes, your heart rate and blood pressure drop. Within 12 hours, the carbon monoxide level in your blood returns to normal. Within 1 year, your risk of a heart attack drops by half. Within 5 years, your stroke risk can fall to the same as a non-smoker. Your body immediately starts to heal. It is never too late. The same goes for diet. You don't need to wait decades to see results. You can lower your blood pressure and cholesterol in a matter of months, sometimes even weeks, with simple dietary changes. The action plan here is about mindset. 1. Focus on immediate benefits. Don't quit smoking because you might not get cancer in 10 years. That's too abstract. Do it because you'll be able to climb a flight of stairs without getting winded next month. Do it because your food will taste better next week. Do it because you'll have more energy to play with your grandkids this weekend. 2. Use the one thing rule. Don't try to overhaul your entire life on Monday. That's a recipe for failure. Just pick one thing. If you drink 3 sodas a day, drink 2 sodas and 1 glass of water. If you never eat vegetables, add 1 vegetable to 1 meal. Park in the farthest spot at the grocery store. The damage is not done. Your story is not over. It is never, ever too late to make a small change that will have a huge impact. This brings us to myth number 4. This one is a little more subtle. It's the myth that it's just normal to get 4 or 5 hours of sleep, to wake up at 3 a.m. and just be awake. We just assume it's a normal part of the package. This is a critical misunderstanding. Your need for sleep, which for most adults is 7 to 9 hours, does not change. What changes is your ability to get that sleep. As we get older, our sleep architecture changes. We tend to spend less time in that deep, restorative REM sleep. Our circadian rhythms can get weaker. This makes our sleep more fragmented. But just because it's common doesn't make it normal or healthy. Sleep is not passive. It's an active, critical process. It's when your body repairs tissue. It's when your brain cleans itself out, clearing away the toxins and plaques that are linked to Alzheimer's. Accepting poor sleep is accepting poor health. Waking up tired and groggy every day is not a normal part of aging. Here's the action plan. 1. Get checked for sleep apnea. This is crucial. Sleep apnea, where you stop breathing for short periods during sleep, is wildly undiagnosed in older adults. The classic sign is loud snoring, but it's not the only one. If you wake up gasping, or if you're just exhausted all day despite being in bed for 8 hours, talk to your doctor. It is a major treatable risk factor for heart attacks and strokes. 2. Practice sleep hygiene. This just means setting the stage for good sleep. And I'll give you my top 3 tips. First, sun. Get bright sunlight in your eyes for 10 to 15 minutes first thing in the morning. Go outside. Get the paper. Drink your coffee on the porch. This sets your body's internal clock for the entire day. Second, schedule. Go to bed and, more importantly, wake up at the same time every single day. Yes, even on weekends. Your body craves routine. Third, sanctuary. Your bedroom should be dark, cool, and quiet. It is for 2 things: sleep and sex. It is not for watching the nightly news, scrolling on your phone, or arguing. Don't accept poor sleep as your new normal. It's not. This is the final myth. And it's the most insidious. It's the grumpy old man trope. It's the idea that aging is a depressing slide into loneliness, irrelevance, and misery. We see so much loss. Loss of partners, loss of friends, loss of the purpose we had from our career. We assume that this loss must lead to despair. And this is just scientifically not true. In fact, studies on happiness across a lifespan consistently show a fascinating pattern. It's called the U-curve of happiness. We are happiest in our youth. Then happiness dips in the stressful midlife years of careers, mortgages, and raising kids. And then it rebounds. Significantly, on average, people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s report higher levels of life satisfaction, happiness, and well-being than people in their 40s. Why? We have more perspective. We stress the small stuff less. We have less have to and more want to. We know what matters. Now, this is not to dismiss real pain. It is not to say that depression isn't real. And it is not to ignore the biggest health risk in this category: loneliness. Loneliness is a major health epidemic. Studies have shown it's as bad for your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So here is our final and most important action plan. 1. Differentiate depression from sadness. Sadness is a normal, healthy response to loss. Depression is a treatable medical condition. It is not a normal part of aging. If you feel a persistent emptiness, a loss of joy in things you used to love, talk to your doctor. It is treatable. 2. Fight loneliness proactively. Happiness may rise, but community is not something that just happens. You have to build it. You have to be proactive. Volunteer. This is the #1 cure. It gives you community and a sense of purpose. Join a club, a book club, a walking group, a gardening club. Take a class. Go to your local community college or senior center and learn that thing you've always wanted to learn. You'll meet people who share your interests. Schedule a call. Don't just wait for your kids or friends to call you. Put it on your calendar. Tuesday at 10 a.m. Call Susan. You are not destined to be lonely. So let's review what we've learned. Your brain is not destined to fail. Your body is not destined to be frail. It is never too late to get healthier. You do need 7 to 9 hours of sleep, and you are scientifically wired to be happier now than you've been in decades. The single biggest myth, the one that holds all of these other myths together, is that aging is a passive process, that it's something that just happens to you. It is not. Aging is an active process. Your choices, your mindset, and your actions matter more now than ever before. You are in the driver's seat. Myths are just stories, and you have the power to write a different story for yourself. I've busted my 5 biggest myths, but now I want to hear from you. What is a myth about aging that you are tired of hearing? Let's bust it together. Leave it in the comments below, and your comment might just be the subject of my next video. If you found this valuable, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We're building a community here that is based on facts, not fear. Thank you so much for watching. Be well, and I'll see you in the next one.